Orange, Juice Aerobics. I think it's like episode 53. I don't know, I got out here today. I just ran a hard mile. I ran a mile uphill just now. I ran it in like 7:08 uphill. That's not bad. I'm starting to get in decent shape again. I lifted weights 4 times this week, and then I ran twice. So I did 6 workouts this week, and I worked all 7 days. I did deliveries all 7 days. So I've been staying busy. I'm trying to get in shape. I'm doing a movie next month, but I'm almost there. I'm almost in shape for the movie. I just need to lose a couple more pounds and maybe gain a couple more pounds on my shoulders. But I'm almost back in shape to where if I just eat good for a couple weeks, eat a little healthier and slim down a little bit more, I'll almost be in shape again. So I'm starting to get back in my groove a little bit where I actually am starting to feel athletic. And like today, I would usually bring the basketball up here and work on my game too a little bit. But I hooped yesterday with some kids, so I'm staying on top of things though. And today I ran a mile here. I'm gonna run a mile afterwards and do the line sprints again. So I'm trying to get fast though. So I've started lifting weights again, but I'm doing more legs and core. And I'm filming a sports movie next month, so I wanna be in shape, but I wanna be athletic though. And lifting weights and being strong isn't everything though. So lifting weights definitely helps. Like I feel in better shape this week, but I mean like I kind of want to go more towards like a runner's body. And that's kind of what I've been gearing my workouts towards. Where if you're a runner, you know, you're sleeker, less weight, try to stay skinny, maybe less muscle. The muscle actually hurts you a little bit distance running. But I'm not gonna let my arms and shoulders just shrink completely. But I'm trying to become faster. And I've been strong. Like I've been in the weight room. I've benched a lot of weight. I've done a lot of weight. I've been strong before. Now I want to be fast. And it's tough though. You want a good combination of strength and speed. But just as great as it is to bulk up and to get stronger, and just as great as it feels, to make your arms bigger or to do shoulders, it's good to be fast because your body transforms from running too, where a fast body has a different look to it too, where your calves start, slanting in a little more. You start walking a little pigeon-toed. Your neck muscles get strong. Your hands get strong. Running strengthens your entire body. So having a fast body is just as fast or just as good as having a strong body, where your body transforms from running almost in the same way it does from lifting, but it's more about like shape. So I'm trying to change the shape of my body too, to be more of like a sprinter. And it's happening. I'm definitely getting faster. I just ran a 7:08 mile uphill, which isn't bad, seeing as I only usually run like 6:05. So I ran 1 minute slower uphill. Not bad. I've been changing my workouts up too. I've been doing some hill work and stuff like that. I added the line drills to the end of aerobics. So we're gonna do some line sprints today. And just little things. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Decent dot drill. I lost a couple pounds, so the dots are a little easier today. And then I skipped breakfast and ran today because I'm close to being in shape. So I can smell it now, where I'm close to getting in shape. So it's easy to like skip a meal and just go another mile too. Like sometimes it can feel like overwhelming. Like, oh, you gotta work out a ton to be in good shape. And don't get me wrong, you do. To maintain good fitness, you gotta work out a lot and consistently over a long period of time. But once you do 1 mile, then on Tuesday, there's gonna be a voice in your head that says, man, if I do another one today, then I'll get ahead of everybody. And sometimes it just takes that first workout to get the ball rolling downhill, because then after you work out twice or 3 times, then you start thinking, man, if I work out again today, I'll have really put some work in, and then it's harder to catch up to you. So sometimes just doing that first workout inspires the second workout, because then you can take a step ahead of people. And you know, it's crazy to think like that, and people are egotistical, you know, creatures, but that's the reality of it. You know, that's motivation sometimes. Sometimes it helps to see other people fail, and I hate to say that, but it's true. You know, sometimes it helps to win, helps to gain your confidence to win. You know, and ultimately, that confidence is key too, because that's what's going to propel you to try. You know, like I was thinking about this the other day, but like a star athlete, don't get me wrong, you have to work very hard to play at a high level in sports, or to be an athlete at a high level in any sport, or to be good at anything. But the reality is, for some people to play at a high level, they have to almost train too hard. And what I mean by that is, if you're lifting weights for 5-6 hours, I've had months where I go to the gym for 4 hours at a time, and I'm nothing. I'm nobody from nowhere. But if you're lifting for 4, 5, 6 hours just to play college football, or just to play, you know, have a bench role in the NBA, then you're trying too hard. You know, sometimes things aren't meant for everybody too, though. Same thing in music. If you have to write songs every day, you know, for 10 years to make one hit song, then maybe you should be doing something else. And that's just the sad truth. You know, so sometimes people say, oh, I have to train like a madman to coach in the NFL, or to do this or that. And the reality is, if you have to work that hard, maybe you're not talented enough, it's not for you. But on the flip side of that, you know, I hate to say that, but that's the reality. You know, not everyone's going to be talented. It helps to have parents that play the game too. You know, the genetics does matter. Regardless, you know, I heard Nick Symmonds say the other day, and I quote Nick all the time, he's an Olympic runner. He said, you can be a very good runner if you work hard, but in order to be a professional, you have to have some talent. And that's true. I think that's true in basketball too now. Regardless, long story short, you can have to train too hard too. If you're fringe and you have to work all the time, you might have to train too hard, and maybe it's not for you. But on the flip side of that, some people have a lot of talent. Like in artificial intelligence, I feel very talented coding software, building software. In rap music, I feel like I'm a talented poet, where it comes easier for me than maybe some of the urban youth. Regardless, long story long, whatever it is you're competing in, say you are talented, say it's the opposite, and all you got to do is, you know, be your best, and you're going to compete at a high level. Well, then you've got all the people who are working their butts off just to make it into the league, trying to beat you. And some of them might outwork you. You know, they say hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work very hard. And that's true too. But the fact of the matter is, like, for someone who does have talent, at that point you have the confidence to say, well, okay, I'm talented, I have some skill. You know, maybe I was born with it, maybe it came from when I was a child. Wherever the skill came from, you know, whatever the case may be, you're talented at something. Some people are just genetically gifted, or they're skilled at one thing and that carries over to another thing. And that's the other thing too. If you quit something, you do something else, that skill can carry over sometimes too. Regardless, long story short, that's why people who are good at things tend to be good at everything they do. Regardless, long story short, when it's the opposite and you have talent, all you have to do is work as hard as everybody else and you're going to win. So, when it's the opposite situation, you have the confidence of knowing, well, if I do the work, I'm going to win, because you're talented. So if you work just as hard as the other person, you're going to win based on that initial talent. And that's the same thing when I say do one workout and that'll give you the confidence to do another one. When you have the confidence to say no one just worked as hard as me, if I do a little more, I'm going to win, that's confidence. You're building confidence. You're saying to yourself, I just worked so hard that nobody's going to outwork me. Or I'm so talented and I worked so hard that if I do this, I'm going to win. And sometimes you need that, though, to motivate you, where you see the victory, where you have the vision and it seems within reach, where you know it's attainable. And sometimes doing a little bit of work makes it attainable. So by working a little bit, you can motivate yourself to work a lot by giving yourself a chance to compete at a high level. And that's some sports psychology. about how you motivate yourself and stay motivated to win. It's about winning. And ultimately, one of my friends had a great quote. He would always say, "Are you serious about winning?" And it's like, how serious are you about it? How much does this matter to you? Whew. How much do you care? It's really a good question. But also on the flip side of that, some people have to train too hard. You know, if you're working out 6-7 hours a day, then maybe it's not for you. So, you know, that's my stance on that. But we're out here, and I just like to stay consistent. You know, I'm a park basketball player. There's no refs, there's no officiating. We're just out here in the streets of New York playing basketball. And like, you know, but for me, that's enough. You know, I don't need a crowd. I don't need my parents in the stands rah-rahing me on. You know, I enjoy the game. But whatever it takes to motivate you. For me, I just enjoy playing. You know, I like winning. But, you know, that passed me by a long time ago. You know, now I just do it to stay in shape. And as I get older, and you know, the kids change the game, the kids take over the park again. As I get older, you know, I'm gonna be more of a runner too. I'm gonna keep trying to get faster, and then I'm gonna be more of a distance runner. But you know, for now, well, I got a couple years left of basketball. I may as well work on my vertical jump, work on my game, try to be as good as I can before I turn 40, and let the game go. And that's part of it too. You know, you gotta let it go sometimes too. But I like running too. And hopefully, I'll get a chance to do the New York City Marathon in November. I'm gonna run the marathon in November. I ran a couple years back, but I showed up late. I was unregistered, so I only ran half the course. Or I ran 8 miles of the course, and it got late, it got dark. But this year, I'm gonna do the whole New York City Marathon. Maybe I'll play a street league in Brooklyn. I'll play basketball in Brooklyn. There's a street league in the Barclays Center. But, you know, it is what it is. Whatever drives you. And that's enough to motivate me, though. You know, I love winning street basketball. I love just playing at the park. And, you know, that motivates me, though. But, you know, whatever motivates you. But winning will give you confidence, whatever it is in life. And if you see that vision and you do that work, then you're gonna get a goal. You know, everybody wants something. You know, so once you get that goal and you do some work and that goal becomes attainable, sometimes that'll drive you to work harder. So don't hesitate to take that first step though either. And you want to compete in something you're talented in, but don't hesitate to try. You know, you never know what you might be good at. You know, and hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work very hard. But, you know, try to pick something you're talented in. And maybe you're not good at anything. I'm not good at many things. You know, I started playing chess when I was a kid. Other than that, I didn't really learn much when I was young. But, you know what? Then maybe try something, suck at it, and then do something else, and maybe you'll be good at something else. Because you tried something else first. And that skill carries over. So, you know, never hesitate to try. Is, I guess, how I feel about it. Even if it doesn't go so well all the time. You know, I used to not get picked. You know, we had an incident last week at the court where a kid asked me to play and then the game got heated. I was like, yo, I got to pick up my other man. I do it too sometimes. I made him wait a game. I don't do it very often. We were arguing about something. Long story short, though, you know, sometimes you got to sit the bench. Sometimes you got to wait your turn, too. And, like, it's just the reality. Like, I've played entire games of basketball where they didn't pass me the ball a single time. Go get a rebound. Make a play. And, you know, maybe that's what you need sometimes, too. Maybe that's what some kids need to learn, too, sometimes. Is that you got to go out there and make a play, too. You got to get the ball. Go get the ball. Don't wait for them to pass it to you. Go out and get it. Go run and get a rebound. You know, sometimes they won't pass you the ball. I hate when people miss shots. Everybody does. If you shoot it, you got to make it. So, like, unless, you know, no matter what the case is, just try to do your best. Put in a good effort. If people don't include you, or you struggle at something, or you're not talented, work hard. But if it comes to a level where you're working super hard and you're not getting anywhere, try something else. And that's how I feel about sports. And life in general. You know, talent exists. It's a real thing. It's genetic, it's not genetic. Skills carry over to other skills. But just do your best and try to get that confidence going. And that'll propel you to work harder. If you work out on Monday and Tuesday, maybe you skip Wednesday, maybe you skip Thursday. But Friday, sometimes it's easier. As opposed to if you don't do anything. You don't do anything Monday, you don't do anything Tuesday, you don't do anything Wednesday, you don't do anything Thursday. Then it's like, why am I even working out on Friday? So hitting that workout on Monday sometimes makes it easier to do the work later on, even though it feels like you're doing a lot of work. And that's just physical fitness. That's not even when it comes to money or whatever. Whatever you're working on. I have a software project going. I'm filming a movie. This is just one part of my life. It's about priorities too. But yeah, that's my sentiment on talent and hard work and where you want to be. I think I was 15 or 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. My legs are getting way stronger too. Where those drills are getting easier, maybe I'll even switch it up and start doing 30 sets of 30. Whew. Yeah, my legs are getting stronger, my core is getting stronger. My legs were weak before, but I need to get my shoulders back too. I need to slim down a little more. But I've always been weak at squats, actually, where I don't like to squat. Everyone has their exercises that they like and don't like. For me, I don't like to do squats because I don't want to hurt my back. So I always avoid squats. I always go light on my back. But maybe I need to work that out more too. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I could barely jump at the end. That's how you want it. That's how you want the workout to be, where you can barely jump at the end. Let's do the side. Let's just do one set of side to side. Actually, funny thing, I just noticed on that one, when you bend down, it's easier to switch weight real quick. So when you bend down and you put your leg at more of an arc, you don't pause as much on the end of it. So the transfer of weight is quicker when you do it lower to the ground. So when I cross over, I need to cross over a little lower to go quicker, which makes sense actually. So I pick up little things all the time just working out too. Nothing is better than experience. And you'll pick little things up too, just from working out and doing the drills and playing the game. But okay, let's do 2 line sprints. Man, these hurt me. These are tough. Especially, I just ran a mile, I just did legs a little bit. I know it might be a little too dark to see. I'm not sure. Is it too dark to see? Oh no, you can see. I'll be sliding all over. When I come back, I always slide, but it's okay. Whew. That's one. That wasn't very fast. I'm a little tired. I ran a mile before I came up here uphill. I ran a mile in 7:08 uphill. So I'm a little tired. And I'm gonna run a mile home too. But I lifted weights 4 times this week, but I only ran once. So I worked out 5 times, and this will be 6, which is good. That's a good week. But I lifted weights 4 times. I did a 4-mile run on Tuesday, and then I ran a mile today. So I'll do 1 more when I go home, and that'll be 6 miles for the week. which is okay. It's not very good though. I need to do more sprints. And it's okay to run 6, 7, 8 miles a week. For a distance runner, that's not very many. But you gotta do sprints, or I'm not running enough. Even though I am working out a lot. But I need to do more cardio. But then I start lifting weights sometimes, I say just diet. So it's tough though, balancing strength and speed. But you can tell like I'm moving a little slower today. That was slow, but I mean, you can just see I'm tired. I'm doing some good workouts though. And maybe I'll start doing more line sprints. Let's just get those 2 in. But even running a mile and then 2 line sprints, it's not a horrible workout. But like all fall, when I was losing weight, getting back to being a little athletic, or last like August to December, I was doing a lot of 400 meter workouts. I actually like those the best. Where I think almost the best workouts, or the best workout I think, is to do 4 400s and a mile and like 2 200s, maybe 100. I think the ideal workout is like 2.5 miles, 4 400s, which is a quarter mile, a mile jog after that, so 2 miles. So 4 400s, which is 4 quarter miles. You know, a quarter mile, quarter mile, quarter mile, quarter mile. Then a mile. Then like some sprints, like 200 or 300s, or 40s, even 40-yard bursts. That's the workout I need to do more though. But I've got a track right here. But this isn't bad though. A mile and then line sprints on the basketball court. It's not bad though. I prefer the 400. But maybe I need to work on my line sprints more, so maybe this is good though. But that's Orange Juice Aerobics today.